Good morning. Welcome to Sporking News Podcast. It is 5:43 in the morning and it is a balmy 56 degrees out here in the Northeast. And I just wanted to do a quick video because I fell asleep and I guess I missed that even though I reported on them canceling the Naomi Watts Game of Thrones prequel, they actually greenlit the George R.R. Martin written and produced, and I believe the director of Battle of the Bastards, Miguel that guy. He's a showrunner too. The Targaryen prequel. So from what I got, it's going to be called, I think, either Reign of Blood or Reign of the Dragon or something of the Dragon. If you remember it, just put it down below. But it is going to be about starting with Aegon's conquest. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll go back to when they, Daenerys the Dreamer warned them about, she had a vision and she warned them about the doom of Valyria, which was an apocalyptic 14, all these volcanoes, I think there was 14, blew up and killed all the dragon riders except for the Targaryens, because 10 years prior, Dany, her ancestor, Daenerys the Dreamer, had a vision of that happening, so they moved to Dragonstone. They weren't even one of the more powerful dragon riders. They were kind of mid-level, and because of that, they ended up being the last of the dragon riders, not of the Valyrians, but of the dragon riders. And they spent 100 years on Dragonstone, a little crappy piece of land, before Aegon and his two sister wives decided to unify the nation, all the different kingdoms of now we know as Westeros, the Seven Kingdoms. I think it could be really good, unless they make like Aegon a moron and his sister wives are the real reason why he did everything. If you read any of the work, Aegon was a really shrewd politician, vicious when it came to his enemies. But when people surrendered or bent the knee, he was very accommodating and very honorable. His two sisters are the dual sides of the femininity. You have one sister, and I'm blanking on everything right now because it's so early. She was like the warrior princess, and then you have his other sister that was like the sexual, beautiful, sweet one that, her story didn't end too well. But, so I think this could be a great show. I know everybody's fed up with Game of Thrones, but yes, 7 and 8 sucked. But that's like saying, oh, this show sucked, so I'm never going to give you hear that? Any other chance to any other show in this series. So like if, and people are kind of being like that, but I'm giving The Mandalorian a chance, even though I freaking hate Disney and I don't think I'll ever pay for it, but I'm going to give it a chance. But George R.R. Martin is part of this. Now, that's twofold. On one side, I'm excited because when George is involved, the show is at its best, Game of Thrones. So I have a feeling that this is going to be that surprise deaths, the sex, the violence, the political side of it, all that stuff that made Game of Thrones great. On the other side, will you ever finish the book, George? I've been such a defender of you, man. Can you just put out... we're going to get Winds of Winter. I know that. But I don't think we're ever going to get Dream of Spring. And I have to come to terms with that. Maybe some phantom writer will write it, and it'll be nothing like George... he left notes. But it's not George writing it. And that's what breaks my heart. Look at the Wheel of Time. People like it, but, Jordan didn't finish it. So, I don't know. We will see how this goes, but I just wanted to give a shout out. And I like to tell the time and weather for my buddy Thomas up in the Boston area, because he doesn't have a car and he walks. So, I like to let him know it's a little rainy. Anyways, also thank you to Drunk 3PO for giving me some advice. I asked him, how to grow a channel, and he did respond back. So I really do appreciate that, man. I know you're a busy guy, so taking the time means a lot to me. Other than that, guys, You know, if they're calling you names, they've already lost the war. I hope you have a great day.